Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Star Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Star Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Star Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur, and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, all right, and good evening and welcome to the Property Hour Show live on Star Radio UK. Welcome back, and some people will say it's a new year that this is the first show for this year. We were doing some amazing work behind the scenes, and I believe that it's going to be a great year already, and we're super excited that we have come back live, and we are beaming with joy and excited that we are here to educate, empower, and we believe that you'll be transformed by the education that we offer on the Property Hour Show. I'm KBA Bossman, and I'm your host. My co-host, Vicky Newton, is not with me tonight, but hey, you don't want to miss tonight's show because our guest is all set and ready. And I will give you a little bit about him in a jiffy. But then I want you to do us a favor by sharing and sharing and sharing. We are streaming live on Facebook on a couple of pages, Star Radio UK fan page, Archie Hammond Facebook page, KB Bossman Facebook page. We are also streaming on our YouTube page as well, Star Radio UK live. On Twitter, which is X, we're streaming at Star Radio UK. We're streaming also on www.starradiouk.com, starradiouk.com, and we're streaming on our amazing interactive user-friendly app as well. That is download from Android or Apple Store, and you'll be able to listen to us on the go. If you're driving, please pull over, download the app, and listen on the go. You can also watch us on Instagram and almost all social media platforms as well. So, hey, you've got no excuse. Let's do this together. Tonight is learning. We're talking about wealth creation strategies and laws of wealth creation. You know what? My guest tonight is a seasoned minister of the gospel, and also not just that, but he is an anointed servant of the Most High God that God has ordained to empower the people of God for this end time, because there's going to be a difference, and we will dive into that into why he got into where he finds himself tonight. And if you know about him, he is one of the most honest, straight talking, and a deliverer, a go-getter, and one that empowers, and also a good mentor, a coach, and a wealth creation expert. And tonight I have the greatest privilege to introduce to you Reverend Doctor. No, let me go back. I call him Bishop. If you don't understand, that's your own problem. But I call him Bishop. I believe that we give honor to whom honor is due. And so let me introduce to you my bishop. That is Bishop Olumide, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, and I'm going to bring him on in a second. Just bear with me. I am super excited. You have no idea what is happening to me now. But then, Bishop, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
It's a great privilege to have you back on the Property Hour show. I'm super, super, super excited.
I'm glad to be with you again.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I believe the year so far has gone well.
Yeah, the year has been good. The economic climate all over the world is changing, but the principles are continually working.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I've received a couple of messages already. I mean, since the flyer, we sent the flyer out, and people are excited, and they're like, "Oh man, you're not lying to us. Do you mean Dr. Olumide is on the show?" And I said, "Hang on, just hold on, and you're going to hear for yourself what it means to become wealthy. If you want to pay the price, you can always achieve every goal that you set your eyes on or your heart on." So thank you once again, Bishop, and it's a great honor. And I believe that for the sake of those that have, I mean, they might have not. I'm just going to, for the first time, for the first time in a long time, to assume, because assumption is deadly. I don't engage that there are people that they might be watching you on this show for the first time. So, if you can give us a little bit about your background, why you decided to take this on, because we know majority of pastors, apostles, bishops, prophets are focused on the Bible and healing, deliverance, salvation. Why wealth creation?
Well, thank you very much. When Jesus died, he died for the total man.
Okay.
He died for the redemption of the total man. So the gospel, the good news, it's all about ensuring that we maximize our possibilities and become the best versions of ourselves. And what the full gospel is all about. Well, my own change, I got born again as a teenager, became a pastor at the age of 21.
Wow.
In ministry now for close to 35 years. As a matter of fact, on the 31st of October, the 1st of November this year, I'm going to be celebrating my 35th year in ministry.
Wow.
So and because I started early, every aspect of my life was moving fast. A lot of things that took many people years to achieve, I was able to achieve it early. But the turnaround came in 1997 when I first got married. And as a result, when you are poor, when you are single and poor, one way or the other, you can survive through the help of people, but don't ever try to be poor as a married man, because there's no romance. There's no romance without finance, and you need money to fund the fund and to handle the responsibilities in marriage. So when a woman tells you, "I love you the way you are," I love you the way you are does not necessarily mean that she wants you to remain the way you are. She's hoping that somewhere along the line your story will change. And by the time we moved into 1998, we were expecting my first child. And the more the pregnancy was growing, the more my frustration was growing and my depression was growing. And that led me to cry out to God and say, "God, I'm tired of poverty. I'm tired of this struggle. I need a change. And God said, if you are ready, let me show you the way. And that began 8 months of an encounter with God. God took me from Genesis to Revelation and showed me from Scripture what His own mind about prosperity and wealth creation really is. And then also asked me to do a study and a research on the rich and wealthy individuals and families on the face of the earth. So I spent 8 months on that, and I became a new person, because if you know better, you will do better. And you need to become the kind of person that you want to see. So I became wealthy in order to attract wealth. I became rich in order to attract riches. So within those 8 months, even though nothing changed financially, I became a different person. Another version of me emerged that was now qualified to be able to attract the kind of blessings that I was expecting. And within 3 years, I saw a change in my own life, and that led me to realize that principles are universal, but the application of those principles are personal, contextual, and geographical. And anyone that is ready to apply the principles of wealth creation anywhere they are, regardless of the economic climate, regardless of their geographical region, anyone can create wealth. And then God gave me a mandate to go teach my people wealth creation. So that became a mandate after I experienced it, because the Bible says we will comfort others with the comfort wherewith we have been comforted. And since in the last 21 years, the last 23 years, I've been focused on, also empowering the church and empowering the continent and the world and those that care to know on how to create wealth and become kingdom ambassadors. So I've been raising a new breed without greed.
A new breed without greed. A new breed without greed. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's a unique story and also a testimony as well. In as much as this the property our show, we talk to all kinds of brothers and sisters from other faiths as well. And I have a very good friend. He's going to be on the show next week, and he's a Muslim. And like what you've shared with us as to diligence and also adhering to what you were instructed by God, there are things that you've shared that I picked up from his first interview that he had. And he's read, I'm going to ask this question, but he told me that he's read over 1,200 books on he's a property guru, let me put it that way, and he talks about wealth as well. And he mentioning, his name is Jack, and Jack mentioning that he's read close to 1,200 books. I was shocked to my bones. Now my question is, if an unbeliever is reading books, and we as believers, we tend to engage the spirit more than the practical side of wealth creation. Where is the balance? Is it something that we need to focus on the spirit more, or we have to focus on the practical side of things?
Well, there is no one that will ever become the best version of themselves without knowledge. I've read well over 2,000 books. I've read an average of one book per week for the past 36 years of my life.
What?
So if you see anyone, readers are leaders. And if you see anyone succeeding in any area of life, there is something they know that you don't know. Because if you know better, you will do better. The more you know, the more you earn. So I'm not surprised that he has read that number of books, because most of the time, a lot of people are not ready to learn. And that's why I keep saying that if you are not informed, you will be deformed. If you are not inspired, you will expire. If you are not updated, you will be outdated. What you know is what determines how far you go, because those who know rule over those who do not know. And information is the key to transformation. So when it comes to succeeding in life, a lot of people need to understand that God is the creator of all and the savior of some. God is the creator of all and the savior of some.
And
So
the Savior
everyone
Son.
on earth is created by God regardless of religion. So whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, a pagan, an Hindu, an atheist, God is still the one that created you, even if you don't believe he exists. But now he now has what we call the redemption plan of God. And then those that believe in Jesus now become redeemed and they become children of God. So whether you are a child of God or not, you are still a creature or creation of God. And as a creator, he has put principles in place for the perpetuation of his creation. So whether you are born again or not, if you apply the principles, you will succeed. So you don't need to be born again to be successful. You only need to be born again to know God, to be like God, and to make heaven. To become successful, you don't need to be born again. You just need to apply the principles of success. That's why a lot of Christians are confused because they are praying and they are lazy. They are in church, they are fasting and they are ignorant. They are in church, they are doing spiritual activity and they are not obedient to the principles of life. And then they think that just by praying they can become successful. It doesn't work like that. When it comes to financial freedom, prayer is not a factor in the economics of wealth. So many times people don't understand that because you cannot pray your way out of a problem you behaved your way into. And you need to understand that
I love that.
Prayer is powerful. It has its own place, but prayer without knowledge will still not lead you to the victory that you need. That's why the Bible says, the just through knowledge shall be delivered. You can pray to cast out a devil, but you have to know and be knowledgeable to stay delivered. And when it comes to this life, once you understand the principle, so many people that are not born again, that are rich and wealthy and successful, worldly success, what they have done is they have applied the principles of God, but they are enjoying heaven on earth on their way to hell. And now the church is accepting the person of Jesus, because there's a difference between the person of Jesus and the principles of Jesus. The person of Jesus gives you peace and guarantees your eternity, but it's the principles of Jesus that gives you prosperity here on earth. So we have embraced the person, but many people in the church are filled with religion and they have rejected the principles, and they think they can just become successful without applying the principles, and it does not work like that. Even when you sow seed, give your tithe, give your first fruit, give your offering, it says, I will bless the works of your hand. If your hands are idle and you are not doing anything, even though you have sown the seed, you will still remain poor because God has nothing to bless.
Well, that's nothing to bless. That's unique. That's powerful, and I can't wait for the 10th of March. That is dedicated specifically to believers, because that is where some of the questions that I'm going to ask. Some of the people will wake up, and I believe that you'll be able to do justice to it. Now, I want us to dive into the topic of for the night. Thank you for that explanation. It's hit home, and text messages are coming through, so I believe that people will wake up. Tonight we're talking about strategies of wealth creation, and somebody will say, what strategies again? Are there still new strategies or old strategies, or how do we even conceive that strategy? And I want you to please educate us on that.
Okay. I've written a lot of books on wealth creation as a result of my own experience, and recently I released my latest book. Many people already are aware of the School of Money book. The School of Money book is the Bible of wealth creation. It's a book that teaches you how to make, manage, and multiply your money. It's the entrepreneur's blueprint, and this book has been a tremendous blessing to people all over the world. But last month I released my latest book, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, the Entrepreneur's Guide to the Wealthy Place.
Wow.
How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, the Entrepreneur's Guide to the Wealthy Place. And we began to share on how even as a salary earner you can create wealth. And we began to talk about all the strategies and the laws and the principles of wealth creation. Now, and then on the 6th of April and on the 14th of April, we're going to be hosting an event. 6th of April will be in London, 14th of April will be in Manchester. So when it comes to strategies, you need to understand that the world we live in is governed by laws and principles. Battles are not won by superiority of weapons. Battles are won by the superiority of strategies. So even if you have the right weapons, when you don't have the right strategy, you may end up not being able to excel. So when it comes to becoming all that you need to be, especially in the area of finances, you need to be strategic. And being strategic means you need to be intentional about applying the laws and the principles that makes for wealth creation. So there are about 7 different laws of wealth creation that anyone that applies it anywhere in the world will become successful. It's only a matter of time. Like I've said to people over and over again, there are a lot of facts about wealth creation, about 15 facts about wealth creation that we cannot go into, but they're all in the new book. And one of the things we need to know is that there is a wealthy place. There is a path that leads to the wealthy place. And if you take the journey, you will get there. It's only a matter of time. So where you are today is your present financial position. Where you desire to be is your desired financial destination. The distance between your present financial position and your desired financial destination is what we call your wealth gap. And the wealth gap can only be filled by the application of the principles of wealth creation. So being strategic is all about, number one, identifying where you are, accurately defining your present position. Number two, articulating your desired destination, ensuring that you know exactly where you want to get to. Number three, understanding all the vehicles that will help you on the journey and choosing the right vehicle that will help you to be able to move from where you are to where you need to be. And then making sure that you stick to the principles, you stick to the journey, and you make it. You know, when God told Noah to bring 2 animals each into the ark, the lion made it, the tiger made it, the leopard made it, the cheetah made it, all the different animals made it. But guess what? The snail also made it. The tortoise also made it.
Yes, sir.
The reason why the snail and the tortoise was able to make it because they stuck their head out of the shell and they stayed consistent on the journey. So no matter how wide the gap is, no matter how far the destination, the journey of 1,000 miles does not begin with a step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step that is taken. If you don't take the step, the journey does not begin. So a lot of people take steps in their mind, but they don't take physical steps. Until you take that step physically, you are not going to be able to produce results. So that's what the strategies are all about. Then we'll now look at the law so that people can now begin to apply those laws.
Those laws.
And change in their life.
Oh my, Bishop, this is amazing. If you've just joined us, you're live on the Property Hour show on Star Radio UK. This and every Thursday from the hours of 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we have the pleasure of hosting Bishop Olumide Emmanuel. And as he said, you heard him, his latest book, how you can move from a career person to become an entrepreneur. You can still keep your career and become an entrepreneur. And they have 2 events happening in April. You don't want to miss this. We're going to have Bishop back in March, and so, but tickets are fast selling. You don't want to miss out, because look, if you can't pay to learn, then you are not ready to, as he said, the step that is taken is what can be amplified with the people or your mentors that you have. And so, hey, I will encourage you that we're going to give out the links and also where you can get tickets to purchase. It's something that, look, for our ladies, I heard one of our landladies talking, and she said she was going to buy a bag for £500, and I was like, seriously, for what? You know, and I'm told there are some that goes up to 20,000 and all the stuff. But when it wasn't a handbag. She said slippers, ladies slippers for £500, slippers for £500. And if you, whatever, I mean, Bishop will share with us, but whatever the amount is, if you pay to learn, you are paying to earn. I believe so. And that is where it begins. That is where, because if you are ready to submit, to learn or to be educated, then you're on a good platform to be elevated in your wealth journey. And so, Bishop, thank you so much for so far what you have given us. I can ask for more, but I want us to talk about some of the laws, some of the principles that personally has helped you, and some of your mentees have also been able to implement. And if you can give us case studies, that'll be brilliant with regards to some of the mentees, their background, where they were coming from. Maybe some did not even believe that they could come out of that hole that they were in. So please share with us some of these.
Okay, well, the first law of wealth creation is the law of financial intelligence.
Financial intelligence.
Because, like I said earlier on, if you know better, you do better. The more you learn, the more you earn. Your earning capacity is determined by your learning capacity. And a lot of people are where they are today because they are not ready to learn. And one of the things I've come to realize is that when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. And that's why a lot of people that have gone to free seminars and free events have not been able to produce results with the event because they did not pay for it. So people should learn to value information, because most of the time people think, oh, it's expensive, it's going to cost me more to be able to be a part of this event or be a part of that event. But many times they don't know what it costs them when they are not part of it. It costs you more. Ignorance will cost you more, because if you think knowledge is expensive, try ignorance. You realize that it is more expensive than knowledge.
Exactly.
And I've seen a lot of people. I'm the global president of the Billionaires Conclave, and I have a lot of people in my mentorship all over the world. And many of them, when they were coming on board, they felt it was expensive. And what I tell them is, no, if you think it's expensive, no problem. It's not by force. But when you fall into trouble and you get into, you make a mistake, it's going to cost you more. I know of people that have made mistakes that have cost them. I've made mistakes. I've lost £129,000 before in a deal in the UK. And that was cash disappearing, £129,000.
Wow.
Just like that. And I've invested in the UK and in different parts of the world where I've lost money. And today I've invested in the UK and different parts of the world where I'm making money every month. I'm making loads of money in pounds and dollars on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that first thing is the law of financial education. You need to be informed. You need to buy books, buy tapes, attend events, and learn what you can learn. Just on Saturday, I was a speaker at an event for one of my mentees.
Right.
She's one of the major media personalities and a TV host in our country, Nigeria.
Okay.
And she used to be into makeup and all the stuff. And then in May of 2020, I was invited to be on their show. And as I was sharing with them, it was like an encounter with knowledge, an encounter with a new level of thinking. And immediately after the show, she contacted me and she said, "You changed my life today, and you just made me see how that what I'm doing will not produce the kind of result that I wanted. I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy. Can you mentor me?" I said, "No problem, come on board." And then she was saying, it's too expensive, she cannot afford that. Okay, start with my books, start with my materials. Buy the book, buy the pack, read it, and let's take it from there. So she couldn't even afford to pay for the mentorship in 2020. She bought the book, bought the materials, and then she began to read. And she had an encounter with the knowledge, and the change began from the inside. By January 2021, when she resumed the first day on the TV broadcast, she announced to the whole world that she was leaving her makeup business and she was going into real estate. Why? Because she realized that the goals that she had for herself to become a billionaire by the age of 40 could never be achieved by being a makeup artist. How many faces will you paint to make $1 billion? So she said she was going to real estate. And then she came back to me and said, "I'm ready now." I said, "Are you ready now?" She paid. And I mentored her. And I took her through that process. And then she began to grow, And then by the end of she did the training in 2021, 1 week. We took them through the process. By the end of 2021, she was growing. By 2022, she came and said, "Look, because in 2021, in June of 2021, I brought in a lot of billionaires, a lot of people that were doing, and she was like, 'Sir, I noticed that all the people you brought that are billionaires, they're all men. Is there no woman here that's going to be a billionaire?' I said, 'Well, I've been waiting for you women. If you want to be the first one, then you can be the first.' She said, 'I want to be the first one.' I said, 'No problem.' Then we went on like that. In 2022, she came and said our target that year was to do over $1 billion in turnover, which was £4 million. 1 billion Nigerian naira was 4 million pounds then in 2022. And she said our plan was to do 1 billion. I said, it's possible. Let me see your goals. Let me see your plan. I took her through the process. By December of 2022, she had done over 1 billion.
Wow.
Over 4 million pounds in 1 year. And she did the same thing last year. And we had a meeting just last week, Saturday, where she was sharing with the people how I changed her life, how she never knew she could do over 1 billion, how she never knew that these things could happen. But I made her to see the possibility. And today, she's a testimony. And it happened because she went into real estate, because real estate is the only real investment. Real estate is the most powerful vehicle of wealth creation. That is also a vehicle of wealth retention. And that's just one out of many testimonies of people. I have Sunday, one of my mentees in Manchester. The meeting in Manchester will be taking place on the 14th. And he was one of those that also, he's been following me since he was young, with my relationship stuff. And then about 4 years ago, the same year of COVID, he also contacted me and said, since he has been following me in COVID, and it's like, you know what, I've been hearing you since I was young, and you have not changed. What you are saying is the same thing, but many of us have remained the same. I think it's time I apply what you're saying. And then I said, no problem. He traveled down to Nigeria, came to spend a week. I took him through the same training, took him through a lot of things, and then we began the mentorship. I told him, he said, well, all these things you are saying, that it cannot happen in the UK. The UK is a different environment. This is Nigeria. I said, listen to me, your mindset determines what's going to come into your life. I said, if you think you can, or you think you can, it's what you think that matters. If you believe you can, or you believe you can, it's what you believe that matters. So I told him, I said, what you need to do is to understand your economic environment and work within the capitalist system of the UK, and you achieve the same. He never believed he could. Got back into the UK, applied what I said, and one of the secrets I gave him is the secret of collaboration. Because most of the time, people don't know that collaboration is the new competition. So I told him, just get people. You don't have to do it alone. You get 10 people that bring 10,000 pounds together, that's 100,000 pounds. If you get 20 people, and to cut the long story short, he got people together, they put 10,000 pounds together each, and they raised 250,000 pounds in 1 month. And with the 250,000 pounds, they bought a land in the city center, and then bought a plot of land in the city center. That land they bought the land for 180,000 pounds cash. That land alone right now is worth over £500,000 in less than 3 years.
Wow.
Right in the middle of the city. And then they decided to do a 6-story building. So they did the designs, and all this planning, permission, and all the stuff. As I'm speaking to you right now, they have the land. They are yet to break ground, but they've gotten preliminary approval, the designs and everything. And as I'm speaking to you right now, a company has already taken over the entire building off plan. They have not broken ground though, but the company has signed the contract with them that once you finish the building, we are leasing it. So the people that will lease the building have already signed contract. They have not even broken ground. And already we are talking of well over 4 million, 5 million pounds in a space of 3 years. So many of these things people think is impossible because they have never ventured. They have never happened. If you don't step out of the boat, you will not walk on water. A lot of people are full of pessimism because they have been programmed to think impossibility. They have been programmed to see impossibility. But I have another lady there in the UK that I just met 2 years ago, and they have been able to raise well over 4 million pounds in the last 2 years alone. And she's planning to set up the first black-owned bank. I think she was with us the last time I came. She was part of this broadcast. She's working on having the first black-owned bank in the UK. So all these things are possible. It's just that people don't know. And if you don't believe, that's your life. Those that believe, it's already working for them. Hello?
Yes. Bishop, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think previously my mic was mute. Sorry about that. And if you've just joined us, you're live on the Property Hour show, live on Star Radio UK. And you know what? Strategies of wealth creation. You know what? And the laws. Look, there's one word that has just hit me, and I'm going to go back to Bishop for him to give us more or throw more light on. If you're watching us, you can send in your messages. You see, believers, this is where we miss it. Opportunities like this for us to connect, for us to key in, for us to pay and go and sit and listen. We don't get these opportunities lightly at all, and especially in the UK. There are so many opportunities. So if you've joined us, please keep on sharing the link. You can send us a message. Our WhatsApp number is 07539661744. We will not be able to open the phone lines because people come in and they ring in, and one question will take 5 minutes. We can't afford that. So we'll rather take your questions on either Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Please send us a message. But if you've received the link, please keep on sharing. Look, after you've prayed, when you get into the supermarket, you're not going to pray to take that shopping off the till. You'll be arrested if you're there. You can pray in all the tongues that you know, but you still have to get into your pocket and get some kwacha out, cedis or naira or pounds to pay. It's important. These are the kind of stuff that we need to be desperate for. Not just the body of Christ, but hey, for anybody that you are in a situation like you're in a hole, for you to come out, you need education, because it empowers you, and you've got a mentor who is waiting, and he's got that life experience for you and I to walk with him. And mentorship gives us the platform that we would have worked so hard for. It's a stepping stone and a springboard for us to get to where we desire to be quicker. And so if you will want Bishop to mentor you, he's more than open, more than ready to do that. We've heard these stories. And look, one thing we don't do in our community, he's mentioned it, and I'm going to go back for him to give us more light on. Very important. And I believe that your life is never going to be the same. I hope you're taking notes. I started taking notes. If you don't pay, he says, if you don't pay attention. When you pay, you know that something has gone out of you, virtue, as they call it. And you would definitely have to pay attention to grab what is on for you to receive and to be empowered and to be transformed. So my question, please send your questions in, whether on WhatsApp is 07539661744, or you can send direct on Facebook, on also Twitter, on YouTube as well. YouTube, you can send message. I believe the live chat is on, and let us learn. This is an opportunity. My question that I want Bishop to help us with tonight is that, Bishop, you mentioned something. What changed the story of your mentee in the UK? You mentioned one word: collaboration.
Yeah.
Collaboration. I don't know what it is in our community that we are scared of each other, and we want to just amass everything for ourselves and think that we are cool. I'm driving in the latest either Mac, or I'm driving in the latest talk about Lamborghini or whatever, and I'm cool with it. Company on wheels. But we cannot collaborate, which empowers us and gives us much strength. What is it?
Yeah, I think it's the programming of the colonial masters.
Right.
And when you look at our community, you realize that when Asians and Jews come into the Western world, they come to start a business. When Africans come into the Western world, they come to look for a job.
That's true.
Because of that job and survival mentality, we are not able to think like entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurship is a mindset.
Yeah.
And if you have that mindset, you are not going to be able to operate the way you're supposed to operate. So we tell ourselves, oh, I don't trust Nigerians, I don't trust Ghanaians, I don't trust Ghanaians. There is nobody that is trustworthy anywhere in the world. The white man is not trustworthy. everything about fraud and illegality was started by the white man. So every time people talk about what greater fraud is there than colonialism and slavery? What greater fraud is there? So, but the reason why you think that you can trust the white man or trust the white people is because the system works.
Yeah.
There's justice. When you break the law will catch up with you. But there is no justice in many parts of Africa, and the system does not work. So when people now relocate, migrate, emigrate to the Western world, they are forgotten that they have left their system where things don't work to a place where there is justice. So they still carry that mindset of, I don't want to do business with this, I don't want to do business with that. And then they lose it. Look at what's happening in the UK and all over the world. When Asians come together, they put money together, they start businesses. Before you know it, we have Chinatown, we have Asian town, we have Indian town. Where is African town? Where is Nigerian town? Where is Ghanaian? Why? Because we don't want to collaborate.
That's true.
And we want to be the owner of everything. Now you need to understand that it is better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of 1,000. So many of us want to just remain small. That's why we remain small. You see all these small shops. How many Africans own chains of businesses? How many Africans own big, massive malls in the UK? But when you go to the Asian and the Chinese community, you see that they've taken over because they collaborate. It will amaze you. I was with one of my mentees and guys within our network. We had a discussion just a few weeks ago, and he's in Dallas, and we're sharing, and he was talking about how that there was a particular building in Houston, and that building had 54 office space. 54. Now the building is owned by a white man.
Right.
And guess what? 34 out of the 54 units is rented by Nigerians. 34 out of the 54 units is rented by Nigerians. One of the Nigerians now said, guys, we are prospering this guy. If 34 of us come together and put the money we are paying these guys every month, if we put it together, we can go and buy our own and own it.
Yes.
And we need to pay this guy. We'll be owners of our own and we'll still be using it. Do you know what they said? Hey, you want to steal our money? That's the mindset. They were not seeing what the guy
was seeing. Yeah.
These are the programming of the colonial masters. You see a lot of all these guys, as the UK is right now. You go to some places, you see that the Asians, there's just a 3-bedroom house. There are 15 of them living there. 15 of them living there. You see their mattress in the kitchen, mattress in the sitting room, mattress in the passage. They are all sleeping there. And they continue to plan to make sure that until everybody owns a home of their own. Some of them are artisans, they are roofers, they work in roof, they do plumbing, they do building, they do all kinds of stuff. And then one by one, they start buying houses. One by one, before you know it, over a period of 3 to 5 years, 15 of them have 15 houses.
That's true.
Then they continue to grow the community. But for our own, you can't even allow your brother to come and stay with you. I want my space, I want my privacy. And then you stay in your poverty, in your privacy. So,
sorry.
I think that our mindset just needs to change. And that is why I will advise everyone to plan to join me for the meeting in April. So on Saturday, the 6th of April, we're going to be hosting the School of Money, and my focus this year will be on how to create wealth as a career person. Over 80% of people from our community that are in the UK are salary earners. They are doing 2, 3, 4 jobs, and they still cannot make ends meet, because in the rat race of life, even if you win the race, you are still a rat. So I want to teach you how you can create wealth as a career person without necessarily having to leave your job. And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The London version will be taking place at the Intercontinental O2 in Greenwich. And then the Manchester one will come up on Sunday, the 14th, and it's going to be taking place at Park Inn by Radisson in Manchester. So if you want to come to the UK one, it's Saturday, the 6th of April. You want to come to Manchester one, it's Sunday, the 14th of April. And it's just £200 only, £199, £200 only. And then everyone that comes, you're going to get a copy of this book, the brand new book, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person. You get a copy of the book, and then you get the materials, and then there's going to be buffet lunch. It's going to be an amazing session in both events, and anyone that comes, I'm telling you, you will not regret making it. It comes with a money back guarantee. So if you pay the money and you come there, you don't get value for your money, I'll refund your money, no questions asked. So make sure you call and be a part of it. For the London, you can call 0736 866 3264. 0736
0736
866
866
3264.
3264.
That's for the London. For Manchester, you can call 0782
0782
538
538
1810.
1810. Okay.
So they can call any of those two numbers, register for the UK or register for Manchester. And so if you are married, I'm very passionate about couples. So if you are married, I will advise you come with your spouse. So what I will do, I hope it's not going to be a problem, but let me do it. So what I would do is, if you are married, the two of you, husband and wife, you pay £300 instead of 400.
Wow.
So let me do that. So but that means you need to call, because the registration link, Eventbrite, is set up for $199. So you can't do that through Eventbrite. So that means you need to call the number and tell them that I spoke on Star Radio and I told you that you can pay $300 for a couple, and then they will do that. Yeah.
Oh wow. So Star Radio listeners, you see, you can always get a better deal here, and there's a one-off that Bishop is giving. If you're a couple, instead of £400, you're getting it for £300. And you know what? This kind of events are events that has been compressed. Like, you're going to study for 3 years. I'm not saying don't go and get your degree, but you can get a degree to the highest to become like a thermometer and all the stuff. But for you to get value, you can never have a personal touch like what is happening, and you will not have for a degree in the UK, a year, or for the first year or for the 3 years, 9,500 for home students. And if you are studying for 3 years, do the maths. And with what you're going to be taught from 10 to 3 p.m., I believe that even when you finish your degree and you get a job, you will not be able to recover. And so this is a unique opportunity for us to get this opportunity to sit under a man that has been through it, has his experience and also his passion to see people transform, people's mind renewed, people take their place. You know what? If I were you, I'll start fasting and keep those monies aside and pay. That's £200. It's money in the UK, but it's not money for you to be transformed. And so before Bishop leaves us, I'm going to ask him, his concluding remarks, what we have to expect. I know he's talked about his book. What possibly one or two things that somebody on here, people watching across the world, and I don't know if there's going to be any virtual version, if people still can pay and watch it virtually. I'm not too sure. Maybe he will be able to help us. But what should somebody come expecting? I know he's spoken at length about so many things that, you know what, our mindset, collaboration, what we need to do. If you don't pay, you don't pay attention. A lot he's spoken. And you've just joined us, please, you have to do a playback and share the link for it to go viral, because it's a transformational opportunity for somebody, for your children. Even Bishop, are teenagers allowed to come in?
Once they can afford it, anyone from the age of 16, it's actually better to learn early so that you will not be sucked into the rat race and the programming of capitalism.
Okay, and before you leave us, please, if you can share with us one single thing that somebody that is in two minds thinking about their £200, why they should make it, and also if you can help us with I wrote it here, with regards to the opportunities that, let's say in the UK, you've taught so many people, especially people in the UK, one opportunity and one reason why people should come in on the 4th. Is it on the 6th of April? Yeah, 6th of April, and the 14th
in Greenwich,
yeah,
and on the 14th
at
Parking by Radisson. Now, one reason why everyone should come into that meeting is because you already have a money back guarantee. So what have you got to lose? I have said it here. When you pay the £200, you come in and you think it's a waste of your time, I will refund your money and you will go back home. Because when you come, number one, we're going to do a financial diagnosis. I'm going to take you through a financial diagnosis in 1 hour.
Okay.
You will know exactly what your financial state is. It's a financial health check. And then you're going to get a copy of this book, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person, the Entrepreneur's Guide to the Workplace. Then I'm going to share with you strategies for creating wealth as a career person. There's also going to be a workshop session. And then, excuse me, why wouldn't you be there? You have no reason not to be there if you are really serious about wealth creation. So we have the Manchester event on the 14th. We have the London event on the 7th in April. So you can begin to put the money aside. You can pay £100 this month, £100 next month. And you can start paying £50 every week. If you start paying £50 every week, before you know it, in 4 weeks, you are done. If you pay £25 every week, before you know it, in 8 weeks, you are done. So you really don't have any excuse not to be here, because we try to make it very cheap. You remember the real estate meeting we did was £1,500, and people came from all over Europe. So we are just doing this to see how we can help people. So we decided to make it cheap for more people to be able to come. So you need to be there. Now, talking about opportunity, I believe very strongly that there's so much opportunity out there, but collaboration is one thing people need to focus on right now. Because if you try to gather money on your own, you may not have good credits to be able to gather the kind of money you need. But if you collaborate and work within your network, you can achieve a lot. And then this meeting is purely physical. There's no virtual session.
There's no virtual session.
You need to register and you need to be there.
Okay. I know our time is up. There's two questions that let me quickly run through it. It's straightforward. Okay, the first one from James says that, how can he be mentored by you? How can he be mentored by you? What's the process?
Okay, anyone, just follow me on my social media platform at Olumide Emmanuel, on Instagram and on X, and then Olumide.Emmanuel on Facebook. And then you can go to my YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube. You see a lot of videos and all the stuff there. And then you go to my website, www.olumideemmanuel.org/conclave. You download the mentorship brochure and then you register. So www.olumideemmanuel.org/conclave. Then you download the brochure, you go through it, and then you register.
Okay. So thank you. I think the second question, you answered it. So it's about the event, but I'm going to go over it again. So thank you so much, Bishop, for joining us. And hey, if you miss out, come the 10th of March. It's going to be a Sunday on Faith Talk. That will dive into the spirituality and all the gimmicks that we tend to hear from other quarters about wealth, about finance. And so join us on the 10th of March. Bishop is going to be live and he's going to be a blessing as well. Thank you ever so much for the opportunity, Bishop.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to seeing you on the 10th. And
yes.
Help spread the word around. Let them get the phone numbers.
Yes,
I look forward to seeing people at the event.
I'll do that. Thank you so much, sir. And have a good evening. God bless you, sir. Thank you. And so you heard it for yourself. And I am super excited about it. It's going to be on the 6th of April. at the Intercontinental Hotel at the O2. At the O2, you can Google it. But if you go on Eventbrite, you can register for it. But these numbers will help you do it quicker and easier. If you need, if you have any questions on your mind, on 073 6866 3264. That's for the London event. You can call these numbers 073 6866 3264. That's for the London event with Bishop Olumide Emmanuel, and it's about wealth creation. You don't want to miss it. You've heard a lot tonight, and I believe that you made notes. If you did not, please do a replay of this particular program, and your life is never gonna be the same. And on the 14th of April, it's going to be in Manchester. If you need further information, do not hesitate to call 07825 381810. That's 07825381810, and they'll be more than happy to help you. The London number again is 07368 663264. That's 07368 663264. And with Manchester is 078 2538 1810. 078 2538 1810. And they'll be more than happy to help you. And look, let me say two things. Some of the things I wrote down, but two stands out for me. Number one, he mentioned financial intelligence. These are some of the things that he's going to take us through on the 4th. On the 6th, I'm going to be in the London session, the London event. I'm definitely going. I'm going to learn about financial intelligence. It's key. It's important. Are you aware of that? Do you? There's no limit to how high or how you can learn as to the level of your learning learning level. And also he mentioned if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. I believe that what we get for free, we don't value. We don't place a value on it. And so very important. Let's get this let's get ourselves registered, and I believe that it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a time of learning, a time of impartation, a time of empowerment, and in the end we'll be transformed. There's nothing greater than being educated and getting the right information. So it's been a great joy coming your way again. We're back again on Thursday from 7 p.m. and I have my guest, that's Jack Dora. You don't want to miss him. If you want to learn about properties, the property journey with Jack Dora, he is the founder of Property Entrepreneurs Network, one of the biggest platform or network in property network community in the UK, one of the biggest, over 500,000 network base. So you don't want to miss out at all. Jack is going to join me next week, 7 p.m. Make a date. But on Sunday, we're back on Faith Talk. You know what? I'm not going to tell you, but hang on. It's going to be something that your life will never going to be the same. On Faith Talk, we talk about your faith, my faith, our faith, and what you believe in, you invest in. And so let's gather to hear the good news. Not just that, but on Faith Talk, we do more and more. We talk about everything in the kingdom. But then we're going to be introducing a new program that it's been in the background, and you're going to love it. It's got to do with the diasporans, people in the diaspora, the opportunities and liabilities that we face. So that is coming pretty soon. We're looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor this program, if you want to sponsor the Diaspora Take and also Faith Talk, you're more than welcome. You can give us a call on 0208 133 257. That's 0208 133 2257. Give us a call on 0208 133 2257, and we'll be more than happy to give you a good deal. If you're a company you want to sponsor this program, hey, we're more than happy to work with you, give you a great discount, a good discount, and a great opportunity for your product and services to be to go across the world. And so thank you for joining me tonight. We've been sponsored by Kerry's Furniture, one company on two continents. Kerry's Furniture, if you're looking for quality, durable, and also I don't want to use the word cheap, but it's competitive price, and their prices are competitive. Quality and durable product from Kerry's Furniture, you'll not miss out. And CIG Properties, that's Cornerstone International Group Limited. If you're looking to buy your next home, whether holiday home, retirement home in Africa or in the United Kingdom, look no further. We'll be more than happy to partner with you, get you your desired property. Or if you have you're a landlord, you're looking to let, look no further. CIG Properties, that's www.cigpropertyuk.com. That's CIG propertyuk.com, and you can give them a call on 0203 916 5588. That's 0203 916 5588, and they'll be more than happy to give you the best of service. And also we have been some of the messages are now coming in, but then it's too late. You can wait till the 10th of March. Bishop is back, and he'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. But hey, thank you for joining us. It's a great joy to come back. 2024 is going to be a busy year, but also it's going to be a year that you have been dreaming of, and what you've been dreaming of will be manifesting by you engaging, like what Dr. Olumide shared with us. So hey, thank you for joining us. Share the link, let people be blessed. You can connect with Dr. Olumide on all social media platforms, and he'll be more than happy to mentor you. Thank you. Good night. God bless. No stress, nothing less. I'm KB Bossman. Great to be back, and let me say thank you to Pastor Achiamon for the production. I'm grateful, and have a good night. God bless.
Show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Star Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy. Chale, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123